Stories Development Analysis, founded on the same day as the TMF project, is a semi-AI translating method that positions the translator as the final decision-maker above AI outputs. This method is compacted to fit the schedule of silly animation, clarifying words while still leaving room to analyze the narration. A typical output of the AI will usually look like this: literal, even nonsense, but it will expose the flaws within the input. I highly recommend not pasting the whole file and forcing it to translate. The translator is the final decision maker, and doing this will make the output uncontrollable, and flaws will be overlooked. For the AI, there will be two, one lower and one upper. I would recommend ChatGPT and Pose Assistant, as each of them possesses a unique characteristic suitable for their position. But please note that using more than two AIs in this workflow may build up perfectionism in the human translator, slowing the overall speed. Simplifying the role of these two, ChatGPT will provide literal, unpolished translation, and Pose Assistant will only act as a supportive partner for the human translator, providing translations with suggestions and contextualization from the input. For the human, they're not only a quality assurance, but also a user experience, participating in the translation process of the AI with their story sense, emotional intelligence, and UX awareness. By joining with the AIs, they can choose, adjust, or even reject their output and force regeneration. To deal with defect in the input, one has three choices: using their UX's capability to repair the hole themselves, bringing in a third AI that's capable of detecting voice line, or attempting contextual awareness to trace the original meaning. I've made a chart to visualize what each of my SDA's variants is outstanding in. You can pause to take a look. If you wonder what egoistic means, it's how significant my traits were applied in the work. SDA's philosophy isn't about wasting time on lossless quality. It's about how good one can contextualize their translation and deliver that message to their audiences in such an industry. The value of SDA lies in its strong output control and time efficiency. First, unlike traditional AI methods that automate the entire workflow, SDA incorporates humans as viewers, fostering greater empathy toward the audience. Second, by integrating UX into the workflow, defects in OCR input and flaws in the original can be clarified with ease. That said, it's not without limitations, as SDA may at times misalign with the original intention. Last, SDA scales alongside the AI engines employs, providing significant future-proofing. The drawback I see in SDA is that it was developed specifically for silly animation, existed because of it, and I have yet to test it beyond this industry. In summary, SDA is a hybrid human AI translation system designed not to replace human judgment, but to elevate it by featuring literal AI output, contextual awareness, and narrative progression. It thrives in making translations balanced, immersive, and story-true. When I founded SDA on February 18th, 2024, my intent was to position this method against the fully automated translation processes used by licensed launderers, an indirect way of calling them shallow. Speaking of that day, it was also when I first came into contact with ChatGPT, as I was building the foundation of SDA. Why not earlier? Cultural minimalist, not really a trait, but an adaptation to my past traumas, provided me the empathy to keep this going. Therefore, I didn't stick to something for minimal reasons like witnessing injustice. Do you expect me to be this resilient towards an industry that nobody cares about empathy? The trauma has me talking sparsely because words feel insufficient, avoid subjects to sidestep emotional entanglement, detach from trends because I've learned that conformity doesn't guarantee safety or belonging, trust realism over idealism because I've seen the cracks in youthful optimism. I would still participate with my peers, but the distance between us will never be zero, because, close or stranger, I've lost my faith in them. Or, further, in the young generations. Only when I met the licensed launderers in the industry with its indifferent audiences did my minimalism calm down, even just by a small fraction.